Hi, Alicia Daniel Hall, owner of Genesis Law, estate planning and probate law firm. I help people build and protect their net worth for future generations. If this is your first time visiting my channel, welcome. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and of course, click on the bell so that you will be notified as soon as I upload new videos about estate planning, probate, and legacy planning. In this video, we're going to go over some of the questions you should expect to hear from your estate planning attorney. First and foremost, when you're meeting with your estate planning attorney, the conversation should really be about you, not the attorney. So make sure that this attorney is actually listening to you and that you are the one doing most of the talking. Attorneys like to talk, and a lot of us like to talk about ourselves. So just be mindful and make sure that it's really a conversation about you, your needs, your wishes, and your goals. It's extremely important that you understand your estate plan. So if your attorney is talking in code, legalese, they're using a lot of abbreviations and words that don't sound like English to you, stop them. Ask them to explain it to you. Because at the end of the day, you should walk away with an estate plan that you actually 100% understand and that you know what it does. You know what your plan is going to do for you and for your loved ones. Now that we got that out of the way, let's get into some of the questions. When I begin my estate planning consultation, I like to lead with what exactly are your estate planning goals? Why are you here today? Some of the responses I'll get are, well, I have 3 children and I really want to make sure that no one is fighting when I pass away and I want everything split equally. I'll also get, you know what? I have 3 children and I have specific things that I want to leave to each of them. That's perfectly valid. You might even have a situation where the person has one child that's maybe not so great with money. Maybe they're a little irresponsible. And mom or dad wants to make sure that they are protecting their child as much as possible because perhaps this child would not do well with a lump sum inheritance overnight. And then finally, I get this one a lot. I don't know. I just know I need to have an estate plan. Perfectly fine. Happy you're here. So after we know what your goals are, why you're here, and what has prompted you to seek the advice of an estate planning attorney, I'm going to ask, what do you want to do with your assets? Do you have an idea in mind of how you want to distribute your assets? And like I said before, you might have a situation where a person already knows this child is going to get this car and this child gets that jewelry or whatever, but you also might simply say, I just want it to be fair. I want it to be equal. So we'll go over what those assets look like and who you want to give them to or how you want them distributed. And then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to ask, well, do you have a person in mind? Have you thought about who you want to handle and be in charge of carrying out your wishes? If you are in Florida, this person is named a personal representative. And if you are in New York or New Jersey, this person is referred to as an executor. If I'm dealing with a married couple, I like to ask them how they want the assets distributed when the first one passes away. So do you want everything to automatically go to your spouse that survives you? Or do you want to maybe give some things to the spouse and transfer some other things directly to your child, your children, your beneficiaries, whomever they might be, or maybe even a trust that you created through your will? So now we've talked about what prompted them to reach out to an estate planning attorney. We've talked about the assets, how they want them distributed. We've talked about who they want to name as the person in charge when they pass away. And we've also talked about whether they want to have any special directions with respect to their surviving spouse. And then I'm going to move into, okay, the end of your life. If something happens to you tomorrow, you haven't passed away, but you are unable to make your own decisions, have you given any thought into who you would want to step in and make decisions on your behalf? These are called advance directives. There are 2 primary advance directives that I always say should be in your plan. One is a durable power of attorney, where you're going to name the person who is going to take care of and manage your financial affairs. And then the other is going to be a living will. And with a living will, you're letting everyone know how you feel about having your life prolonged by artificial means. Do you want to be kept on a feeding tube? That's an example that I always use. And I like to combine my living will with a healthcare surrogate designation. And with that, what you're doing is you're also naming your person. This is the person that the doctors are going to communicate with, and they are going to be making your medical decisions on your behalf. So this is just a quick rundown of some of the questions you can expect to hear from your estate planning attorney. If you are a resident of New York, New Jersey, or Florida, and you are ready to get started with your estate plan, click on the link below to schedule your estate planning consultation. Also, don't forget to like, subscribe, and click on the bell so that you will be notified as soon as I upload new videos about estate planning, probate, and legacy building.